Hey, what's going on? Thank you so much for watching. It would mean the world to us if you could just scroll down, like, hit the subscribe button for the Snaps YouTube channel. It goes a long way towards helping us out. Now, let's dive into some college football. First off, boys, Sherrone Moore, Michigan head coach. Aaron, you can kick us off here. What do you think?
I mean, if you had to give it a grade, like I hate giving grades to new coaches because you don't know exactly how they're going to fit. But we do know how he's going to fit, right? Like he was there, he's the head coach. He was the head coach for multiple games last year. He won him. He won. So like I can confidently actually give Michigan a grade because I've already seen it. I've witnessed it. So I'd give him like a B plus A- grade, man. I think it's awesome. I think it was the right move. You keep a guy in house. You're not going to have, at least I don't anticipate having, the mass exodus that Alabama saw. I think it's plug and place essentially. You know, we talk about rebuilding, reloading. This is a coaching reloading. You just reload at the coaching spot. A guy that knows what to do. A guy that's won there. A-, baby. I love the hire. Love the hire.
Just bump up the grade while talking about it.
You did.
No, I said B plus A-. B plus A-.
Oh, okay, it's a range.
I got rid of the B plus. I
range.
got rid of the range. I said screw that. It's getting an A.
I almost want to give it like not a C, but I don't know. But no, not because it's. But this is what I'm getting at. That's why I won't say C because it'll be taken as a negative. But I almost want to give it a B. I don't know. I kind of think their hand was forced, not necessarily in the worst way. Like, well, Jake, give me your thoughts, and I'll try to explain what I'm saying.
Well, honestly, with the transfer portal and having a 30-day window, like the last thing you want to do is bring somebody else new in, lose all your players. There's nobody else to gain. And so your hand might have been forced a little bit, but at least he's proven that he can beat 3 of the 4 best teams you played, really. Yeah. I mean, Penn State, Maryland, and Ohio State. Like, you beat Ohio State, right? That is like the biggest thing. That's number 1 on the list. Like, before anything else is to beat them. And Michigan is a place, I think we all know, like there's some uniqueness to it. Like I was blown away covering that team for the national championship game, Aaron. Like they all had team 141, team 142 jerseys of past players that came back because like they have like we are team 144, team 145. Like Michigan's a different place. Like, and it works for them. I played for a Michigan man. T did too. Yeah. And Les, he talked about it all the time. And so like Sherrone Moore feels like he had that box already checked.
Yeah,
I'll let you answer it first, and I want to ask you a question afterwards. Go ahead, if you've been
able to. So I was going to say, I think we're kind of hitting on the same things, and this is what I'll say is that look, Sherrone Moore is awesome. Okay, let's just look at Sherrone Moore, right? He's been excellent. He was the architect of 2, what should have been 3 Joe Moore lines in a row. We've all on all our shows bragged a ton on the game plan against Alabama and how well designed it was, managing to bring an old age philosophy to kind of, with new age trappings and having to be successful on the biggest stage. And you've got way more actual game day head coach experience than you ever get from a coach that you're hiring in-house. So I love Moore. He is awesome. Why I'm saying is you almost had to do this, though, is it makes, as you're alluding to, no sense to go to make a hire this late in the process. No. And the portal's one reason, but it's also all the candidates have been taken, right? I mean, all the top candidates, and there's no championship coaches to go and snag. You don't want Mac Brown. You don't want
3.
I mean, that's what I'm saying, right?
There's nothing left. Yeah,
you can't get Kirby. You don't want Dabo anymore. Any hot candidate, instead of always been snatched up and like is BK. So, because if you bring in someone new, you're going to be starting over. So it made sense to try to continue a culture that's been built over 9 years.
And that was going to be my question: the pressure, because you look at I view Alabama, and obviously it's different if you're an Alabama fan compared to an outside. Like I am comfortable saying that I expect them to take a step back next year. To be a 9-3, 10-2 team, which I'm fine with.
He thinks they're going to lose 3 games. Bro.
Alabama?
Yeah.
I think
10-2,
9-3.
Well, you can't love Tennessee as much as Aaron does and have them beating Alabama.
Jr. in person today, Aaron Murray.
I know, you're excited.
And I was
let me get my question out here. Calm down. Let me get my question out. So I anticipate Alabama will take a step back next year. And in part is because you didn't go in-house. You brought someone new in. I'm going to give him some grace. I'm going to give him a year or two to kind of get his feet wet there in Tuscaloosa, even with all the great talent that they have there. When you bring a guy that's had success as a head coach, an interim head coach at Michigan, that's been there, that's been a part of the culture, how much pressure is on him compared to if you brought in a new guy? Like, is there now more expectations of we need to continue this winning way of beating Ohio State, winning the Big Ten, going to the playoffs because it's someone that's in-house?
Maybe I'm guilty of, maybe I don't know the situation, but my outside view on it is almost like Michigan's okay to maybe take a little step back. You know,
Okay.
they won it
Okay.
3 years in a row. They fucking smashed Ohio State 3 years in a row. They got their natty, like they got that monkey off their back. And I think they're probably like, okay, we understand you lose your coach. There's going to be a transitional period in which, maybe it's not going to be as good as you lose your quarterback. Like, you know, you're losing pieces there. Like, I guess I don't see the same.
So why do you give Michigan fans the same shit as Georgia fans? Because you make Georgia fans seem like they're fucking crazy, and if they lose a game, like they can't.
Because y'all are though. Because you do. Y'all are though.
But why Michigan fans? We talk about Michigan fans being a cult. They've won the Big Ten 3 straight years. They've been to the playoffs 3 straight years. They've been to a national championship, but you think that they're okay taking a step back?
They're a cult. They believe in the school over just the results that the school is bringing them. And maybe I'm wrong. I said I might be wrong, but my read on it is that they're not spoiled to the level of an Alabama or a Georgia fan where if you don't get a first down, it's fire the coordinator. Like, I think they'll be pretty cool. He can't suck. Like, no, you can't fucking suck. But, like, if they lose to Ohio State next year, it will not be the end of the world for Michigan fans.
I guess you got to find out what the floor is, though. Find out what the floor is, because we've seen at LSU have maybe the best season ever, and then a year and a half later they fire the head coach because he was 500. Like, what's the floor for Michigan? Is it if you go 9-3, like, okay, we'll pat you on the back at 9-3, but you better not go 8-4. Like, we have to find that floor for the new Michigan. And look, Ohio State pushing all their chips to the middle of the table just to beat you. Like, fans have to realize that as well. Like, they are going all in for right now, and you're hitting a little bit of a reset, not a total reset, but they might set the record for guys drafted. I mean, Jim Harbaugh told us that at Big Ten Media Day. Like, that was a goal of theirs. He thinks they're going to have 20 guys drafted, and so you lose 20 guys potentially. I mean, that's what Harbaugh said.
Still, you're going to get double digits. That's a lot of guys.
I'll say, and I'll say this though, guys, because I think they still got to go 9-3 probably. Like, I don't think Michigan fans are going to be cool with 8-4 to be clear. But like 9-3 in a game which you're traveling, you got to play Texas, you got to play Ohio State, like new Big Ten. But here's the other thing about it. It's like we said the other day. It's not the worst thing if Sherrone Moore doesn't work out from a timing standpoint. Because like we said, there's so much obvious reason to bring Moore up into this job and to give him this opportunity. If it doesn't work, well, what's gained? Probably about 3 years, right? So all of a sudden, you now have 3 years of data of this new age of college football. Who's operating best in it? Who's managing best? Who are the hottest candidates? And the next time, if you have to hire again, you'll likely be the most attractive job on the market. And it'll be much easier. So I think like Moore makes all the sense in the world for more ways than one. Here's the only thing about Moore. We know he's a good game day coach, but that is a microcosm of what a head coach has to do, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like, can he recruit? Can he fundraise? Can he lead? Does he have the vision? Can he adjust like when things are going wrong? Like,
can he call plays?
Yeah. Was he not calling plays?
No, I'm saying because he's got to do all those things. It's almost impossible.
Like, will he continue to call plays?
It's almost impossible. So who does he bring in? Who does Harbaugh take with him to LA as well?
And they're losing Mentor. Right? Is that official? Is Mentor official?
I don't think it's
pretty
official.
sure.
It's all, it's like almost like
sure.
known. Yeah.